who come within the definition of frontline workers. And వీళ్ళకి సంబంధించి to facilitate these jobs on a war footing basis మీద facilitate చేయడం కోసం we have said make use of the village and ward secretariats లో ఉన్న టోటల్గా ఎక్కడెక్కడైతే దాంట్లో vacancies here and there wherever they had left out. First focus on that. Problems ఉండకుండా war footing basis మీద we've given a date is 30th June 2022 as the date within which all the appointments, compassionate appointments should be done with and JP. Wherever you actually have these vacancies coming forth, please make a list of them and ensure that these people are appointed, giving first priority to Grama Sachivalayam and Ward Sachivalayas, the vacant places, vacant positions there in those village and ward secretariats. So that by 30th June, this is definitely met with, and I do not want any delays in this particular arena. So that's number one. So this MIG plots what are going to be coming up in every constituency. So constituency taken as a unit. Please make sure that every eligible employee is accommodated in these MIG layouts with a 20% rebate. The registration takes place because until unless you know how many people are wanting this, you will not be in a position to go in for land procurement until and unless you assess the demand. So please give a date as 5th March as the final date. So before 5th of the March, every employee who is seeking this MIG layouts law, house site, whomsoever is seeking, please make sure that they apply before 5th of March. The probation declaration to all the village and ward secretariat employees. This is the third promise that has also been given on that particular day, that we will be completing this entire exercise by 30th June, and by 1st July, they would be receiving the new revised pay slips. This was the commitment that was given on that particular day when we had announced this. Retirement age, what has been enhanced from 60 years to 62 years, 2 years మనం ఏదైతే అడిషనల్గా ఎంప్లాయీస్కి మంచి చేసేదాని కోసం ఏదైతే 2 years వాళ్ళకు we have increased the age limit from 60 to 62 years. That I think the GO is already been issued. So COVID కి సంబంధించి I think all of you are aware that this is a situation where we are now fighting with the third wave. We're in the midst of a third wave. Yesterday, Health Department has also extended this by another 2 weeks. So please make sure that the most important thing is making sure that these 2 weeks pass. Because this Omicron is just moving up, hitting the peak, and then it is receding at a fast pace. So everybody who is getting a fever, the fever is lasting for 1 week. So it's a trend that needs to be just pass off. We just need to pass off. So it's very important that these 2 weeks are very critical. This 27% weekly positivity should reduce. It's very important that we continue with these norms. I appreciate them for ensuring that vaccination process is on full steam. In fact, so much so that 100% first dose to adult population is already achieved, and 90.95% of the people have also been administered second dose. That is also an achievement on the part of the collectors, and my appreciation for you on that count. Post February, I'm making collectors party to it. Every hospital in the district, from teaching hospital, be it teaching hospital, be it district hospital, be it area hospital, be it CHC, be it PHC, right up to the stage of village clinic. The entire sector, wherever they might be, I want 100% recruitment. There should be no dearth anywhere for doctors or nurses or paramedics. This is what I was expecting from the health department, and health department has given me a date as February end. That would be the date that they would be adhering to. 100% whatsoever is the required strength. It's already been defined, it's already been told, it's already been circulated. Post-March, not only will I hold collectors responsible, but I will also hold collectors, not only will I hold the health department responsible, but I will also hold the collectors responsible. Please make sure that every hospital has the required number of doctors, the nurses, the paramedics, whatsoever are to be present there, they are present. It is your duty to make sure that they are there. By 31st March, I want to see a situation where out of this 15.60 lakh houses, every house takes off. Every house is grounded. There should be 0 houses that are left ungrounded. Please make sure that you expedite every house in that category. Coming to the next point in the agenda, that is Spandana grievances. This is one particular area that we've been trying to make certain revolutionary changes. We launched the portal just recently, where every file could be traced as to where that pending file is. So now that this facility is available, the collectors would have to take a review periodically, at least twice a week, to understand where the file is left, where the file is pending, and why the file is not moving. Now we have developed a robust portal wherein every file that is passing through is visibly displayed. The entire path is also visibly displayed. There's an SLA in place, and wherever the file is blocked beyond the SLA, it is unpardonable. It's got to be rejected or it's got to be sent. Why is the file still left pending? These are the questions that you need to raise, that you need to ask. And another important aspect is, if the file is disposed of, it is very important that you need to see the reasoning, the quality of the reasoning. That is very, very important aspect. The reason why I say as to why you need to get into the details of the quality of redressal is, the quality of reasoning is, the quality of redressal is, because on an average 11% of the cases are coming back, not satisfied with whatever reply that has been given, and reapplication has been made. Moreover, you should also see in this process of reapplication, a proper SOP which is already in place given to you is followed or not. The same assessing officer should not be given the mandate once again to relook at the same reapplication. It should be looked at by somebody above. And it's very important that such applications come to your notice. and you understand as to why so-and-so has reapplied, what was the reply that has been given, why this person is not satisfied with that reply that has been given, and why has he applied. It's very important that you get into that depth. And make sure that whomsoever is reapplied, the same assessing officer is not doing the assessment once again, but a proper SOP in place to make sure that the assessment is done better. These are the two very important things that you need to seriously look into it. Otherwise, there is no point, there is no meaning as to what we are doing. Please focus on this redressal part. If you do not focus on the redressal part, the objective for which we are what we are is lost. We are here to do service to the people and not to lord over them. That is one very important aspect that should always be in our minds. The bigger we grow, the more humane we should get, the more humble we should become. Please make sure that you don't forget these aspects. You need to become more humane. See, the most important aspect, as I've told you some time back, 90% of the issues are addressed when somebody is empathetic to the cause and when somebody is available. Please make sure that these two things are done. You have the latest technology available to you, including facial recognition. Make sure every officer is available wheresoever he should be available. That will take care of 90% of the issues. And you give them orientation when you go there. Periodical reviews by you, periodical meeting interactions by you in emphasizing on empathy. Until as you drive these points, once these two are in picture, automatically the perception would change. The way these people are handling versus how they would be handling in future would change. Another important aspect that I would like to bring to the notice of the collectors is, you have RDO level officers. You have at least subdivision officers in 2 or 3 areas in a district. You go there once in a month at least. You visit the RDO office. If you have 3 RDO offices in your district, make sure that 3 days in a month you spend time there at the RDO office. Because once the collector is going to the RDO office, everything in that RDO purview would be on their toes. This is probably one of the most important points in the agenda. The SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, and your connect to the goals. There are approximately, proper orientation has already been given to you through the Chief Secretary on how to enhance our position in SDG goals. How do we improve these numbers? SDG is all about 17 thematic goals and 115 indicators so as to get to those goals. This is what SDG is all about. And out of this 115 indicators, collectors monitoring of 43 such indicators would ensure that we improve our SDG numbers. Now, this is going to be a very, very important aspect. You will be monitored, you will be gauged on the parameters here. 43 such indicators, the collectors need the direct control of the collectors. Your monitoring, your review, your improvement in these indicators would put the district and the collector far above the others. And mark my word, I will ensure that you are marked in competition with the country. You will be rated as one of the best collectors in the country. Forget about this state. Now moving on to the last point in the agenda, that is the schedule for the month of February. What are the programs that we have lined up? What are the dates? And since it's only February and March, I'll read out both the months. Jagananna Chedodu, this is going to be on 8th of February. And then YSR input subsidy. This is in connection to the recent floods. February 15th itself, we will be giving the input subsidy pertaining to them. Then Jagananna Thodu, and giving us Jagananna Thodu. This program will be on 22nd February. Then Vidya Devana will be on 8th March. Vasati Devana will be on 22nd March. So this will complete this year's whatever we have spoken would stand delivered. So these are the dates. Please make sure that preparations are made. Please make sure that all these things are in place. That's it from my end. We will close the program.